So well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. So now in today's video, I actually just want to talk about my top 3 changes that I would like to see in Call of Duty 2016. Since it's just around the corner, I thought that this would be an absolutely amazing video to do, and I hope a lot of you guys sort of do this video too, you know, like your top 3, your top 5, or your top 10, you know, how many ever you got. I would really like to see what other people want to see change at the next Call of Duty, so now let's get into this. So now my number one thing for this would be connection. You know, I would honestly love to be able to find a 4-bar connection lobby no matter what the time it is. And you know, we never know, you know, they could have something like a good treat for us, like to be able to sort of be able to use dedicated servers. And that was a feature in Call of Duty Ghost for a little while. And honestly, when that game first came out on Xbox One and I was playing it, it honestly was absolutely amazing. It felt like you were pulling host every single game. You know, everyone had the same connection. You know, it was just great. There was no sort of host advantage or any host disadvantages. It was just amazing. You know, the connection was always perfect. And I think that should be the sort of the key to every single sort of match in Call of Duty. It should never be like skill-based matchmaking, like how good the other players are compared to your like skill level. It shouldn't really be like matchmaking should not be sort of based like that. Fair enough if you're playing sort of a competitive match, but they have a separate playlist for that. But in public games, it should always be connection. Connection should be the absolute #1 priority to everything, to finding lobbies, to finding good games. It should always be connection. So that is my #1 priority and #1 thing that I would also like to see changed in Call of Duty 2016. So now let's get on to the second one. So now the second thing that I would actually love to see changed, which I have expressed in many different videos, is the movement. You know, the movement is starting to become a very, you know, popular thing to be changed in Call of Duty, and there is other things that they could do with Call of Duty to make it sort of different. You know, it's not always adding, you know, sort of jumping, annoying movements. You could keep the movements traditional and still add something new to it, you know, like a new touch. Like, look at Modern Warfare 2 did it with titles and emblems and camos and whatever, you know, just something else to sort of extend the game life, not just the movement, you know, because people get bored of the same old shit. We've had the same old shit, and we've had the same old shitty little movement that we've been getting in our recent Call of Duties, and I would like to sort of drag that back to, you know, traditional style. Or you could add a traditional movement playlist, which is pretty nice. I know they did it in Advanced Warfare, but it was really badly optimized. What I mean by that is, it was like playing COD Ghost. The maps were absolutely ridiculously huge for the movement, and you know, they didn't really put much time and effort into the traditional playlist, which is pretty dumb because it's pretty much like no point even putting it in if that was the case. But I would really like to sort of see that happen, or even get, you know, some sort of new movement feature that isn't jumping, because the exo movements, you know, that was a very bad thing. You know, the double jumping, you know, you could just double jump and thrust back, and that was it. You would never see them for about 20 minutes. But in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, I do respect the fact that they sort of toned their movement down a little bit, and it was really nice. I mean, I do love Black Ops 3. It's an absolutely amazing Call of Duty. I have a lot of fun playing it. And there's one other thing that I'm glad that they have not added, and I know this is really my top 3 things, but I'm really glad that they did not add skill-based matchmaking, because I thought that was it in Advanced Warfare. You know, like from then on, every single COD was going to have skill-based matchmaking, and that did not make the game fun for me at all. So now this is my third and final thing that I would like to see changed in COD 2016, is to not join half-played games. This has been happening since like the day one of Call of Duty's release, like the first ever Call of Duty. This has been happening from up until now, and it would be absolutely great to see this stop. And honestly, like, this has restricted me from playing so many game modes like domination, like demolition. You know, it's just basically stopped me from playing all the game modes I enjoy, because I never really intend, you know, to sort of play in squads or any sort of party. I just play by myself, and when you play by yourself in domination, you intend to get in a lot of half-played games, and majority of them, unless you get lucky, are you joining a half-played game if you're getting spawn trapped, anal raped by kill streaks, and everything you can imagine getting literally tossed onto your spawn. And it's absolutely really annoying that this happens. I mean, it takes me literally about 15 to 20 to 30 minutes or even more to find a game of domination that hasn't started or has just started and is also neutral. This is why I sort of restrict myself from playing the game mode and sort of just stick to team deathmatch, is because in team deathmatch you can join a half-played game and there will not be any single problem. Now this is going to be very tricky to do when you're trying to keep, connection is #1 sort of priority to matchmaking, so I can totally understand if this is not a feature in COD 2016. But anyways guys, this has been my my 3 things that I would like to see changed in COD 2016, and I'll also remember that I want to see what you guys want changed in COD 2016 and why. So thanks guys for watching this video. When you find out your 3 things, please tweet me, links in the description below, and I'm out. Peace. Catch you guys in the next one.